Hey, Trevor! What do you want? What do you want with me? Just take my stuff and leave. Just take my shit and leave. No, Trevor. No, Trevor, you're being a little bit paranoid again. Trevor, get out of it. What then? What is it you want me to guess? It's our 2-year anniversary, Trevor. Oh, I didn't know we got married. I didn't even know I was gay. Oh, well then. Oh, that's some really surprising news. No, Trevor. It's not our 2-year anniversary. It's a 2-year anniversary of this review show. You have a review show? Oh, congratulations. When did you get it? 2 years ago, exactly. Oh. How come you never invited me to be a part of it? Actually, I have, several times. Oh, okay. How was I in them? You were fine. You would lose some consciousness every now and then, and you would forget things and whatnot. But that's okay, because back then you were on drugs and whatnot. And I believe that this show has improved you, Trevor. It has sobered you up a little bit. I used to be on hard drugs, but now I'm out of it, and now I've replaced them with something else. You know, a lot of people have their own ways of overcoming drugs. What with their vapors and their gums and their band-aids and stuff. But I've got my own technique to sober myself up. Yes, and what is it? It's hard drugs. Different hard drugs? No, it's the same drugs. Well, then you have made no progress at all, then. Nope, no progress at all. Oh, sorry about that. No, it's fine, just as long as you don't die on the show. Alright, Trevor, can you believe it? It's been 2 years. Yes. 2 years ago, you and I were reviewing the Lord of the Rings movie. Hobbit. You know, prequel to Lord of the Rings. Yes, and it was right in the center of the trilogy, and that was when it was going to be all put together in the next one. And then we got the next one last year. 1 year ago, we got the final part of that, and it was very anticlimactic, and we barely remember it. But now it's been 2 years since that fateful day that we did that. Maybe not 2 years exactly. Like, if you want to be technical about it and be a nitpicky McNitpick about it, fine, lose your soul to being a nitpick. But I, on the other hand, want to have this opportunity as a celebration, a celebration of the fact that we've made it this long. As it 2 years not really that impressive, considering you do this not consistently. Shut the hell up! Shut the hell up about that, okay? Alright? 2-year anniversary. So, you might be asking yourself, what are we going to do for such an occasion? Well, I believe that this date that we've had for ourselves, this time, is a perfect time to have anniversaries, because it's when these larger than life epic, all-time epic, mass, ultra epic movies come out for us to talk about during that time. Oh God. What's wrong? What's the problem now? And will drugs solve the problem? And if so, you'll have to get your own, because I'm out. Oh God, I'm going into shock. I'm getting into shock because it's leaving my system. No, drugs won't solve the problem, Trevor. I'm afraid it won't. No, because at the end of the last episode of Gravitalk, I mentioned that I was very enthusiastic about talking about a movie that inevitably everyone else will talk about. Literally everyone else, just about any person who has the ability to go to a movie theater, watch this movie, and then go home and talk about it, will talk about it, and they've already talked about it. Like the night this movie came out, Thursday night, the 17th, as soon as this movie came out, everyone raced to their computers and immediately mentioned what they wanted to talk about. Like, talking about this, talking about that, talking about this, and wanted everyone to know their opinions, whether we asked it or not. I give people the opportunity to see my opinions. I give them the opportunity. I'm not like, hey, I'm gonna force my opinion on you. Take it cold, hard, and dry. Yeah, you were very detailed with that. Yes, and I need to be stern about this when I say that, it's a little intimidating, okay? Okay, it's a little intimidating that everyone is gonna talk about this movie. Everyone is gonna have hard opinions about it. Everyone's going to say this and that and this. So it's a little intimidating because now, when I talk about it, it's gonna be hard to say anything that hasn't been said yet. Who knows? Maybe everything that I'm going to say about this movie will have already been said. Well, shouldn't that be the case with any movie, you say? Well, not necessarily. There are some movies where I talk about them with the confidence that not that many other people will talk about. Sometimes, like Chappie and Attack on Titan, of course, because that was only in like 5 theaters or something. So with those movies, it's fine. But with this is gonna be a little bit tricky because you never know who's watching this, who has already seen 2,345 other reviews on this movie. Well, what movie is it that we're going to talk about anyway? Well, it's the movie that you and I saw together. Wait, we saw a movie together? Yes, just a few hours ago, don't you remember? Sorry, I was on a drug trip, or I probably have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, God damn it, Trevor! Now I'm gonna have to do this all by myself. That's alright, I can interrupt you rudely and say some bullshit and whatnot, and that'll be how I will contribute to this review. Okay, fine. That can be how you contribute to this review. Alright. And of course, the movie that I'm talking about, fuck, you know what movie I'm talking about. I didn't even have to mention what movie I didn't even have to name drop the movie I was going to talk about last episode, because everyone already knew it's Star Wars. Yes, it's freaking Star Wars. The Force Awakens from its big ass nap. Yes, ever since Disney decided to be their new pimp instead of 20th Century Fox being their pimp, Star Wars has been Disney's new bottom bitch, and they have accommodated Disney with a animated series called Star Wars Rebels, and of course I don't give a shit about that at all. So of course we're like, okay, well that's bullshit. Not that I think it actually is bullshit. It's just bullshit to me personally. What else are you gonna offer to this? Surely this isn't the only thing we're gonna get out of this deal, and of course it's not. Because we also have is more movies. Yes, more movies from the Star Wars saga. Now I have a few questions about this. Alright, tell me, Trevor, what are your questions regarding this? Let me know what your questions are. Well, really, it's just one question. Alright then, what is it? What is Star Wars exactly? Oh boy. Oh god. Oh god damn it. Trevor, you really gotta get off the drugs because this is becoming tiring. You don't even know what Star Wars is anymore. Nope, no clue what Star Wars is. I don't even, I don't even know what to say to that. Oh God. Does this mean that I'm not in the review anymore? No, it doesn't, Trevor. I still believe in you, Trevor. I still believe you can turn a new leaf, and I believe that you can get off the drugs. I do believe it. And the way I'm gonna sober you up is by talking about this movie. Yes, that is the way I'm going to educate you on Star Wars. Alright then. Okay, do it. You know what, now that I realize it's probably going to be really hard as fuck to do that, now that I just realized that, you don't know what the fuck, the first 3 movies were. Okay, I'm going to say this. You see, George Lucas, made, a trilogy back in the 1970s, back when he liked to wear short shorts all the time. Who wears short shorts? Ba-na-na-na-na-na. I wear short shorts. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. And he made the movie in his garage. He made the first movie, and it was a big-ass success, and it garnered toys and merchandise and whatnot, and the studio was like, hey, do you want to make some more? And George Lucas as well. It just so happens that I was going to make more, regardless of whether you were going to say anything to me, you big-ass hoes. And so he made the other 2, but he had less creative control this time, because he decided to leave it to other people, you know? And it turned out that they were really good at the job. They were really, really good at it. And of course, Star Wars made a huge impact on the culture, on movie culture in general, and just about anything. And now it's become so big that now anyone knows Star Wars. Everybody and their dog and their grandma and their lawyer and their prostitute knows Star Wars. They know it. Yes, I knew it for a long time, even before I even watched the movies. It was just always that thing with the weird stuff in it, and it wasn't until I actually watched them that I realized, oh shit, this is actually kind of cool. No wonder this is all over the place, that I already knew what this was before even watching it. And so, yes, so it's become synonymous with the pop culture at hand. And many decades later, George Lucas realized, you know what? I'm going to bring this franchise back from the dead. And knowing experience from the last 2 Star Wars films I did, of course, the best way to do this is to let other people have a hand at directing this film instead of me, trusting other people since it worked very well the last 2 times. And of course, obviously, George Lucas realized that, and yet he decided screw that, and he was going to have complete creative control of the next trilogy. And so he shit out a huge big ass turd known as the prequel trilogy. And everyone was like, oh shit, Star Wars is dead. It's not coming back anytime soon. We all got shit on and we're trying to shower ourselves to this very day. Maybe we should have a break from Star Wars. But no! J.J. Abrams and Mickey Mouse believe otherwise. No, this franchise is worth taking another crack at. It's worth having another attempt for it to be endless Star Wars movies. And so that is why you and I are here today to review the new installment, the first installment of a new era of Star Wars movies. Okay, so what I got from that was that there's this guy named Mickey Mouse, and that's it. Oh, God damn it. Damn it, Trevor, you gotta get off of these drugs, okay? It's affecting this review show. I can't even review the movie without you even knowing anything I'm saying. Sorry. Sorry about that. It's just that, I really like the drugs. Can you blame me? Yes, I can blame you. Oh, all right. Well, if you want, I can leave. No, Trevor, don't do that. No. I'm going to do it. I'm going to leave. No, you can't do that, Trevor. No, wait, Trevor. No, come back. No, I say how you are. I say how you are about this. I say that I'm not fit to do this review with you, so I'm going to go. I'm going to get out of your hair, and I'm going to let you do it with someone else, maybe. Goodbye, Franklin. No, Trevor, no! Oh, good. Oh, man. Who am I gonna get now in such short notice? Uh-oh. I just realized something. This is a review of a space movie. And usually, when I review space movies, there's someone who stops by, more likely. But maybe he won't show up this time because he has no host. Yes, usually when he shows up, he has to have a human body to get inside him. But now that there's no human body other than mine... Oh shit, is he gonna get inside of me? Oh no! Bleh. Why would I get inside of your body? Hi! How's it going, Dark Overlord of the Universe? I'm doing just fine. Just friggin' dandy. How are you doing? Fine. So how's Walter Jennings doing? He's dead, Bludnovsky. You killed him. Oh yeah, I forget. Well, technically it wasn't me. It was an alternate universe version of me. But still, you pushed him and pushed him to the point where he had to deal with the alternate universal version of you. And now he's dead because of you. Okay, if you want to look at it that way, then fine. Yes, I take full credit for the death of Walter Jennings. I'm sorry about that, okay? I'm sorry I killed your host. Yes. So, what are you gonna do to make up for that? Well, it's the Christmas season, you know, all about giving. What if I give you the opportunity to review a Star Wars movie with me, since you're all about the space-themed movies and whatnot? Ah, yes, the space movies. I always show up to them to remind you how horrible they are. Well, why are you always negative about the space movies? You were negative about Guardians of the Galaxy, you were negative about Interstellar, and you were negative about Jupiter Ascending. Okay, well, that one I don't blame you for. It's okay if you were negative about that one. All movies are horrible because they're made by insignificant humans. Therefore, anything made by a human is insignificant to me. Yeah, well, that's just your opinion. So did you see Star Wars? Yes, I saw Star Wars. Okay, good. Good, that means we'll talk about it. That means we'll talk about good old Star Wars. Yes, The Force Awakens. Bet you're not gonna say anything that hasn't been said before about this. Hey, don't rub it in, okay? I'm already being worried about it. But no, we must trudge on. We must march on in our confidence of reviewing a movie that thousands and thousands and thousands of other reviewers have already reviewed 22 times over. Hey, so let's begin at the very beginning. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Hey, shut the hell up. So we start, of course, the way all Star Wars movies start, which is, of course, with the with the long time ago in a galaxy far away, and yet people are still confused as to whether or not this takes place in the future. Guys, if it says it takes place a long time ago, then I'm pretty sure that means that it's not in the future, so stop confusing it for that, you freaking dumbasses. But anyway, then we get the Star Wars logo. Yes, we get the Star Wars logo shrinking. It's infected with PIM particles, and it's going into outer space. And then we get the flying words that form exposition for the movie. A Star Wars tradition. I always thought I was stupid. Isn't the point of good movies to show and don't tell? Yes, that's usually the point, but now with Star Wars, no, you see, with that, what they're doing is they're paying homage to classic serial movies, classic adventure movies from the 1940s and whatnot, and those movies always started with a bunch of text listing the exposition, and so they're continuing that tradition of doing that. They should move the fuck on from that. Well, screw you. Alright, so then after all of the floating credits float into space, probably to pollute the entire cosmos, what with floating words all around the place, then we get a giant ass ship that already has that hilted lightsaber on it. It's shaped like that. Oh my god! Is the First Order is the First Order compensating for something when they do that? When they put a big ass knickknack on their on the hood of their car, in this case giant warship? Are they saying something with that? Are they saying they have a tiny penis? Do you have a tiny penis? No, I don't. Well, I wasn't asking you, but thanks for immediately answering that and letting me know a little bit about yourself. But anyway, yes. So, out from this ship that has the big penis is a bunch of little tiny ships, and they all hold stormtroopers in them. Why do we still have stormtroopers here? Well, you see, teeny tiny remnants of the Empire that were taken apart at the end of the episode 6, The Return of the Jedi, have reformed into a new faction called the New Order, or whatever the hell, whatever the hell it's called. The New Orders of the Second Order, or the First Order. Yes, First Order, because then there's going to be a Second Order of fried wings, and then a Third Order of chicken nuggets, and then a Fourth Order of the apple pie, and then a Fifth Order of some French fries. You gotta have some French fries. But anyway, I'm going way too long with this joke now, so I'll get back to the review. So anyway, yes. So now how do you feel about this? I feel the way I feel about everything. It's stupid. Well, I feel like, okay, when it was first announced that we were going to get a new Star Wars film, I thought, oh, sweet. Oh, that means they're going to have to be really creative as to what the villain this time was going to be, or what the whole villain team is, since it's always an army. It's never just one person like Jabba the Hutt or Boba Fett and whatnot. No, it's always a huge, giant army, and of course, in the original films, it was the not the original, prequel films, if you will, it was the Separatists, and in the original classic films, it was the Empire. So what do we have next? What's next on the table? Oh, it's remnants of the Empire, now calling themselves the First Order. Oh, okay. Now I know now I know I shouldn't criticize too much about this. It's not that much of a criticism, but still, it's like, it would have been nice to see like a completely unrelated threat. I mean, I know all of the characters on this new side are characters that are, on this First Order or whatever the hell it's called are new characters. They're all new characters, but still, it's like they come from something we've already seen. I thought we would see something else a little bit, something other than that. Oh great, more stormtroopers. However, there's actually something very, however, they do take advantage of continuing with the stormtroopers, because you see, what this movie is that they take one of the stormtroopers, and that stormtrooper realizes, hey, wait a minute, oh fuck, hey, what the fuck am I doing? I'm slaughtering these innocent people and what? And now one of them has a blood stain on my helmet and they put their 3 fingers on it. Now I'm distinguishable to the audience. Oh shit, this is fucked up, man. And you see, that's very interesting. I think that's very interesting because, during the original trilogy, you always saw, even though there were so many of them, you always saw the stormtroopers as one entity. But you don't realize, wait a minute, these are all billions of people, of different humans. Well, in the first trilogy, they were clones, but of course, in this movie, they flat out say, well, sometimes they're clones, sometimes they're not. See, take that, you freaking internet trolls. You're like, yeah, take that. You see, there's proof that, that it's not all clones. So quit with your douchey nitpicking. Anyway, what I was saying was that, all of these stormtroopers, all have their own, free will and own mind, how are we to be certain that all of them are okay with this, that all of them want, Luke and Han and Leia to be dead, in the original trilogy? How are we not sure that some of them might regret it, that some of them are actually reluctant about it? And that's what this movie explores, that, hey, what if one of them actually doesn't want to do this anymore? What would happen? And that answer, of course, is this one character named Finn. And so that's very interesting. And I thought a lot more Star Wars fans, a lot more people on the internet would realize how much of a cool concept this was, but unfortunately a lot of them were too busy being racist. I'm not saying Star Wars fans are all racist, I just mean, people who are, some people are racist, while the others are just too busy being Star Wars fans. Like, isn't the whole point of Star Wars is for equality? Oh wait, that's Star Trek. Because in Star Wars, we're all racist against droids. Fuck droids! Even though they seem to have their own free will and emotions and seem to have the same exact capabilities as humans. But still, fuck them! Yes. But anyway, so as I was saying, but before we get too much into Finn, first we should talk about the context of this situation, because you see, as was revealed by the flying text in outer space, Luke Skywalker has disappeared for a long-ass time. And where the fuck is he? Well, Leia, General Leia now, may I mind you, General Leia, yes, she decided, you know what, I'm not gonna follow my mother's footsteps and just becoming a Senate. No, that's a dumbass demotion from princess. No, I'm going to make sure that my, change of careers is gonna be more of a badass promotion than a demotion. No, instead of becoming a senator, screw that. I'm going to become a goddamn friggin' general. Take that, mama. Take that, Jane Foster, you nut. So anyway, yes, so General Leia is looking for Luke Skywalker, and so she's trying to find a map to where he is. It's the map, 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 it's the map! Where are you going with all this? Hey, it doesn't hurt to make a few pop culture references every now and then. But you're making pop culture references to little kid shows! So, anyway, yes. So there's this map to where Luke Skywalker is. Well, how the fuck is there a map?
Like, who the fuck put that all together to locate where Luke Skywalker is?
Hey now. That's not the point of Star Wars movies. It's not the point to be like, oh, how is this happening, blah, blah, blah. No, it's to be enticed by the whimsicalness and sci-fi-ity of it. Yes, yes. So anyway, so there's a map to where Luke Skywalker is, but they don't have all of it. They only have a tiny portion that's being held by the most adorable thing of all time. And of course, that's a little tiny poly robot, little poly woly robot, little cute little woly robot, little roly poly robot, little ball that goes roly and has a little head on it, and the head stays in place in the roly robot.
I think this movie broke you.
Nope, BB-8 did that. See, even his name is friggin' adorable. His name is little BB-8. His name is BB-8. It's so cute.
Yeah, it broke you.
I know it broke me. I think about it every day. This film broke me. Its cuteness was too much for me. It was a cuteness overload. But still, can you blame me? Just look at BB-8.
Just move on.
Okay, I'll move on. So anyway, BB-8 holds just a portion of that map, and it was given to Po. Yes, the Kung Fu Panda is in this movie, and he's played by Apocalypse. I'm gonna call him Po-Apocalypse or Apocalypse. Po-Apocalypse. So Apocalypse got this from Max von Sydow, and from the looks of it, it seemed like the original intention of Max von Sydow's character is that he's supposed to be an old friend who knew the original three from the original movies a long time ago, except the thing is, we never seen him before, and I mean he's like the right age to be someone from the original movies, but no, this is Max von Sydow's introduction to these movies. So what the fuck, was he originally going to be someone from the original movies and then they changed it to a new character? Because if so, what the fuck, that's kind of a little bit of a missed opportunity. I mean, once again, it's not too much of a criticism, but at the same time, it's like, hey, that was kind of a missed opportunity.
Apparently, the actor who played Wedge Atlantis was offered a role in this movie, but turned it down, which was good, because this is stupid, and he is stupid regardless.
Well, aren't you a Debbie Downer? But no, hold on there. Hey, that would have been really neat. And yeah, now that I think of it, it would have made sense if that was this character, if it was old Wedge. Maybe he didn't want to come back because he didn't want to have another Wedgie, since his name is Wedge. Oh my god. These jokes are friggin' stupid. But anyway, yes. So it seemed like that character was blatantly meaning to be someone from the original franchise, and then wasn't. Kind of like that character who was with Indiana Jones in the fourth one, and he kept talking about how he used to be with Indiana Jones for all these adventures, even though we never seen this character before, and so it was kind of like that. But anyway, but then Max von Sydow is interrupted. Oh, and who is he interrupted by? Well, the answer is Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren is the interrupter of this conversation between Po-Apocalypse and Max von Sydow.
Ah, Kylo Ren. The friggin' stupid name.
Now, hold on. Okay, this is Kylo Ren we're talking about. The new major villain of the Star Wars franchise.
Oh, you mean the Darth Vader ripoff?
Hey now. Now hold on. Now first of all, that's too unfair of a statement, because what I believe is that was very intentional, because even before we find out who exactly Kylo Ren is, it's very evident that he's a fan of Darth Vader. He's almost like a fanboy of Darth Vader in that way. See, he's like one of those He's like one of those teenagers who's like way too obsessed with their teen idol to the point where like, oh, I am him. I'm gonna dress up just like him, and I'm gonna be him. I am him. Yeah. And that's how this guy is about Darth Vader, to the point where he dresses like Darth Vader, and he's got a mask very similar to Darth Vader. I mean, and he's got a voice modulator a lot like Darth Vader, and he's like, I'm like Darth Vader, except pumped to 1,000. And that's how I feel about him, is that he's like Darth Vader, but it's intentional. It's because he's a Darth Vader fanatic, to the point where he's to the point where he's dresses like Darth Vader and whatnot. But there are differences, there are differences. He's got a different design in the face. Also, you know how Darth Vader's helmet always looked like sort of like a metallic mullet? Well, his metallic mullet is a lot shorter. So there are differences there. And of course, there's the infamous hilts on the lightsabers, which, by the way, actually turn out to serve a purpose. You critics out there who were like, oh, this is stupid. It's so impractical. Oh, what the fuck? Well, guess what? It actually serves a purpose in this movie, so take that. But we'll get into that when we get into that. God damn it! So anyway, so Kylo Ren interrupts Max von Sydow and is like, hey, where is the map to Luke Skywalker so I can kill him? And Max von Sydow is like, screw you, I want to be out of this movie now. And Kylo Ren is like, okay, I'm gonna kill you. Stab. And so now that Max von Sydow is dead, Poe and what's his name? Oh yes, BB-8, I should say. BB-8 escapes. He goes away. Yes, Poe sends him on a journey. He's like, go away. Get out of here. No one liked you. Go on, you. Go, lassie. Go away, lassie. Go, lassie. Go away. Be safe. Be safe. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. BB-8. And so BB-8 escapes, but Poe is captured, and he is interrogated by Kylo Ren up in the big warship thing, whatchamacallit. So sorry that I'm not an expert on the names of ships. Oh, what do you want me to be, the freaking messiah of Star Wars fandom? I'm just human. I'm only human with gravitational powers. But anyway, yes. So Kylo Ren does his old Sith mind tricks on old Poe-pocalypse, and Poe-pocalypse is like, you'll never break me. I'm broken. I told you the secret. It's with the ball droid. Oh shit. Yes. So anyway, so they go searching for the ball droid, and one of the stormtroopers is not any stormtrooper, it's a chrome trooper, as they call it. This one is Captain Phasma, and as evident by the name, this is a chick. And what's great about it is they don't make a big deal that she's a girl. They don't have like a scene where she takes her helmet off and she loosens her hair out of the helmet, like that cliche of taking out a girl revealing that, hey, it was a girl the whole time, and everyone being like, oh, what? That was a woman the whole time? What? Because guess what? It's not weird. Because it's normal. You see?
Why are you expounding on things that are normal when this is happening right now? I am a giant scorpion, and you are a man in a disco suit.
Yeah, you have a point. But anyway, yes. So Captain Phasma doesn't realize that Poe is freed by the stormtrooper who has now realized the error of his ways. Well, it might be that he realized the error of ways, or it might be that he just, or it could be that that he's just pussying out, and he's like, oh, I'm so friggin' scared now. Oh, I want to get out of this. I want to get out of this base now. I want to get out. I want to get out of here. I want to get out of here. And of course, he doesn't hide that, because at first he's like, hey, Poe, I'm rescuing you because it's the right thing to do. And then Poe is like, yeah, you're doing this just to get the fuck out of here, and you need a pilot. And then Poe and then Finn is like, yep, that's exactly why. So they get into one of the TIE fighters because it looks like a bow tie, but wouldn't that imply that bow ties exist in this universe? Where the fuck are all the bow ties in Star Wars? But anyway, so they escape in one of the TIE fighters, but of course at first it's still plugged in. No, don't you hate when that happens? When your TIE fighter is still plugged in, you have to unplug it. And of course they shoot a bunch of people, and you hear the Wilhelm scream. Of course, hello Wilhelm, how's it going? You keep screaming. That guy who probably originally did it is probably dead now. But rest in peace, Wilhelm. Your scream will continue on forever and ever and ever, regardless of whether or not you felt about it. So anyway, so the TIE fighter escapes, and it explodes a bunch of stuff, and it goes back to Jakku, yes, because this is not Tatooine. Guess what? Guess what? There are such thing as multiple planets having the same type of landscape. That exists, you know. There can't just be one planet that has all jungles. There's other jungle planets, and there's other ice planets. So yes, maybe we'll see a new ice planet in the next one, just like how we see a new desert planet in this one.
Well, then it would be too repetitive. Just like this movie is too repetitive. This is just a carbon copy of the first one.
Ooh, them fighting words, the Dark Overlord. Them fighting words. But I'm gonna challenge that later. So anyway, yes. So, they go back to Jakku, Tatooine 2.0. And unfortunately, Poe dies! Poe-pocalypse dies! No! He gets eaten by quicksand, and then the ship explodes in overkill. Oh god, he's dead! He's dead! Even though we saw scenes of him doing other stuff in the trailers that we haven't seen him doing yet, he's dead for now! And so Poe strips off his armor, revealing his black naked body.
He doesn't do that.
Okay, he doesn't do that, but he does reveal his black clothes, just not his black naked body. But anyway, he puts on the jacket so we can sell his action figure, of course. And he sees this, and it just so happens that he is conveniently landed not that far away from a small little town. And this is the town where we are introduced to one of the new characters, other new characters, which is Rey. Everybody loves Raymond. No, this is not Raymond. This is just Rey. And Rey, despite the name, is a female, because of course all the characters have to have weird made-up names. And even though Rey is a real name, it's weird when you give it to a girl. And so that's why we have Rey. And of course, Rey's whole thing is that she's a junker. She goes around places taking junk from old wreckage of stuff, like old wreckage from the previous movies. Like there's a giant elephant robot that's all wrecked, and there's other giant ass ships that have been wrecked from previous movies that she's scouring through and getting stuff, so she can get some rations, so she can get some portions from Simon Pegg. Yes, Simon Pegg is in the movie. And, of course, as soon as Simon Pegg was confirmed to be in this movie, everyone was curious, like, ooh, who is Simon Pegg playing? Oh, this is very interesting. Who is Simon Pegg in this movie? And it turns out that it's very much similar to the payoff of Nathan Fillion's a cameo in Guardians of the Galaxy, because much like that, there's this big famous actor, or not famous, but famous amongst geeks actor who's confirmed to be in this big movie, and everyone's speculating who it is. And much like much like Nathan Fillion, it turns out that Simon Pegg is a big fleshy nameless alien thing. Hooray! However, at least this big fleshy alien thing has more to do than the Nathan Fillion big flesh alien thing in Guardians of the Galaxy. This one actually does shit. It gives Rey these portions that can turn into muffins somehow. Yay, Egg McMuffins! No wait, just muffins. And also he offers to purchase the little ball droid, little BB-8, little adorable little BB-8, and whatnot, and all that kind of thing. So at least Simon Pegg had more to do in his big blobby alien cameo than Nathan Fillion's big blobby alien cameo. Also, Nathan Fillion's was CGI and this one's an actual costume. So props to the costume! By the way, can you believe all the practical effects we got going on here?
They got a little too proud of that.
What do you mean?
There were several times where they added puppets where they didn't need to.
Well, that's how cool that was. It's like, oh, there's a puppet, and that's a puppet, and over here's a puppet, and this is a puppet, and that's a puppet, and this is a puppet, and here's a crow puppet, and here's a little peekaboo puppet, and here's the giant puppet pig's asshole. Yes, they show it a big asshole, big anus puppet, and it's glorious. Yes, I'm fine with the anus puppet. If it was a CG anus, then I would have a problem. But no, this is a puppet anus. So I'm perfectly A-okay with it.
Double standard.
Ugh, such a negative Nancy with you. So anyway, negative Nancy Cartwright. So anyway, so Rey finds the little BB-8 being harassed by that Indian midget guy from all those movies that you've probably seen him in. Yes, he's very anonymous little Indian midget guy. But yes, that's who that is. But anyway, so BB-8 rescues him and becomes best of buddies and is like, oh hey BB-8, somehow I understand you and no one else does. But that's okay, BB-8. So anyway, when Rey has BB-8 going around in this little tiny town, the BB-8 sees Poe and realizes, hey, wait a minute, that's Poe's jacket being worn by someone who is not Poe. That's being worn by Finn, who was originally FN 11297, and Poe renamed him Finn. And I'm like, hey, that's not creative. You're just making the word version of his number. I would have been more creative and just had all kind of creative freedom and just came up with an all new name altogether, like Sucky McFuckface. Yes, Sucky McFuckface. Yes, I am Sucky McFuckface, here to rescue you. Oh, and attack and be a part of the Republic. Yes, I am a part of the Resistance. Sucky McFuckface reporting for duty. So anyway, so of course, misunderstandings ensue, and Poe attacks. Sorry, why do I keep mentioning Poe? He's dead, apparently. Rey attacks Finn, and of course there's shenanigans ensue. Don't tase me, bro. Hey, that is a hate crime what you're doing to Finn right now. That is a hate crime. It's like they're reenacting Florida. Well, I got way too political there, oh god. But luckily, the First Order is coming along to be like, hey, stop with your misunderstandings and just join forces with each other just to get rid of us already, okay? God damn it. So anyway, so Finn and Rey are now on the same page, but But wait a minute. Finn hasn't filled in Rey exactly on everything per se, because he left out a huge detail that he's not a part of the Resistance. No, he lied to her. He forgot to mention that he was formerly a stormtrooper.
Oh, great. Just another setup for that stupid plot trope where it turns out that the main character is a liar and everyone's going to be disappointed in him, and then there's going to be a big upset about it and all that bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either, and I'm dreading that reveal, oh god, to Rey. But anyway, so they're escaping from the explosion, and they're like, hey, let's go over to that piece of junk that we're gonna call junk, only it to be revealed to be something that's crucial to the Star Wars lore, allowing the whole audience to, cheer in glory for it. The Millennium Falcon! Yes, the Millennium Falcon isn't now in the movie. I still don't know how to pronounce the Millennium Falcon. Falcon is it the Thunder Cougar Falcon bird is what they aboard, and then they have this big ass chase scene where they're flying through wreckages and they're falling and they can't get up, but then they do, and all that good stuff with the glorious Millennium Falcon. And then they go into space. But wait a minute, they're being eaten by a bigger spaceship. Yes, they got eaten by a bigger spaceship. They got Pac-Man. They got the bigger spaceship was like, tasty, yummy Falcon, yummy. It's like the Cookie Monster. Cookies! Nom 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 nom. Oh, so who's controlling this Cookie Monster? Well, before they found out what exactly, Finn reveals himself only to the robot. So yes, he's making this worse, even worse now, because he trusts a robot with his secret more than he trusts Rey, and he gives a thumbs up to the robot, thus making the robot give the thumbs up back with the little lighter. Oh, it's so adorable! Oh god, it's so adorable! I want to buy a BB-8 plush, and I want to hug the BB-8 plush for every day for the rest of my life. It's so good. He did a little thumbs up. He did a little tiny thumbs up. He was so cute.
You disgust me.
I disgust me too. So anyway, so who is controlling this giant cookie monster? Well, the answer is, hold for applause. Yes, it's the epic return of classic characters to the Star Wars franchise. Yes, Indiana Jones and Bigfoot. Oh, sorry, I mean Han Solo and Chewbacca. Yes, doing the trailer fodder where they talk about being back home on the Millennium Falcon. Yes, and so now that they're back in the movie, they find Rey and Finn, and they're like, hey, have you been doing the deed? And they're like, what? No, fuck no. Well, what the fuck do you think this is? I don't know, fan service or something? I don't know what the fuck. I mean, you guys are probably inevitably gonna get together. I'm just trying to fast forward it, because I'm Han Solo. Get in the Cloud City, I'm in the city. Han Solo. So anyway, Han threatens to get them the fuck out of this movie. He's threatening to kick them out of the movie and get back to another planet so he can keep doing his life. So now that he has the Falcon back, he can do whatever the hell he wants. And of course, apparently what happened is that Han decided that the family life was no life for him. He tried it out. He tried to have a suburban family, live in a neighborhood and raise a family with Leia. But then he realized, you know what? No, fuck this. I need to live the life I once lived, where I just kept pissing off different gangs throughout the galaxy. And of course, two of them show up. One of the gangs is a gang of apparently red onomatopoeia cosplayers. You know onomatopoeia from Arrow. Well, not the Arrow of the show. He's not on there, but he's in the comic books. So one gang looks like that, and the other gang is a gang of Asians. I don't mean to be racist. That's literally what that is. It's a gang of Asians. And does this mean that they're gonna have a gang battle? No. The answer is no. They're both joining forces to beat Han's ass. Yes. Oh, Han still pissing off gangs just like Jabba the Hutt. Except Jabba the Hutt is no longer with us. Oh, so who's the new Jabba the Hutt then? Well, let's save that for later. So anyway, so luckily, what stops both of these two gangs is just so happens that conveniently, or not conveniently, but inconveniently, Han happens to also be harboring a bunch of reptars. Oh no! Yes, he's harboring a bunch of Rugrat Godzilla things. Ooh. Now you might be wondering, what do these things look like? Well, the answer is they look like Evo from Futurama. They look like Evo from Futurama if he was freaking pissed the fuck off. So anyway, so these pissed off Evos are all angry, and they're freaking pissed off, and they eat all of the gangs because they're all like nom nom nom. Let's make things easier for the main characters. And so, so after they help Han out with that by getting rid of the Evos, throwing them into space so they can be loved because that's the Evo from Futurama. So after that happens, they explain to Han, like, hey, you can't just kick us out of this movie. We are the new stars. You're the one who should be kicked out of this movie. And Han is like, okay, fine, you can stay. Fine, you can continue being the protagonist of this movie. But however, you guys need to have a less noticeable ship, because guess what? It was very easy for me to find you. Yes. Now, Dark Overlord of the Universe, I bet you thought it was really convenient that Han Solo, I bet you thought it was very convenient that Han Solo happened to find the Millennium Falcon. And, but however, it turns out, no, that was on purpose, because he points out that it was really easy to find him. And because of that, they need to hide themselves better if they want to get the information as to where Luke is to Leia.
None of that gets past me. I still call bullshit.
Yeah, boy. Hi, Miss Trevor.
Well, too bad. You decided to kick him out, so you're stuck with me.
I know. I must live with my mistakes. So anyway, Han Solo takes them to a place where they could find a potentially easier, more hideable ride. But first, Han has to be like, hey Finn, do you think you could be like my first mate or something? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm leading up to something later in the movie. I don't know. And Rey is like, nah, I'm waiting for something at Jakku. Plot set up. But anyway, so they go to this bar. Yes, a bar very reminiscent of the first movie.
Bah! I call it more repetitiveness.
It's not repetitiveness, it's references, it's homages to the first movie, what with its bar scenes and whatnot. And plus, it's a different bar song from before. Before it was all but now it's very much of a reggae-esque, sort of bluesy reggae type song now. Blah be doopy doopy dabby bappy dabba doo doo. Shoo ba papa doopy doo da dappy dappy doo doo. And so begins a long-ass scenes of all these characters throughout this bar, inevitably to all have their own action figures. But alas, I'll only stick to the ones that are really cool. Like that one and that one and this one and this one and that one and that one and this one and this one. Screw it, I'm gonna have them all! I gotta have them all! Pokemon! And this is where we meet a new Jabba the Hutt. Yes, this big-ass, big, morbidly obese alien. And he's basically like Jabba the Hutt, except with legs. And much like Jabba the Hutt, he has a gal pal, and that gal pal is like, hey, I'm gonna see you on the flip side, but first I have to rat out the whereabouts of these fugitives to my to the First Order, and then we never see that fat ass again. Oh man, I kind of like that big fat ass morbidly obese guy. I hope we see him in more movies.
I hope we see no one in more movies, because everything is horrible on this planet.
Ugh. Such a Debbie negative Nancy Downer. But anyway, so this is where we get introduced to female Yoda. Yes. Basically this film's version of Yoda, since Yoda dawdled off into non-existence in that one film. See, that's how that's how badass Yoda is that instead of just dying, no, he controls that he dies. He's like, I choose to die now. Yes, but yes, so we have a replacement Yoda, and it's this little yellow woman. I'm not saying that to be racist. She's literally a little yellow woman, and she's got big ass glasses, and she looks like the Walmart smiley faces elderly grandmother, and her name is, I don't know, Mas, por favor. But anyway, or is it Maz? I don't know what the hell her name is, but anyway, I'll just call her by her real name that sounds more like a Star Wars character than her actual name in the movie. Jupiter Nyong'o. So Nyong'o is this elderly lady with these big old spectacles, and she's like, hey, Finn, I can tell that you are a freaking pussy, so I'm gonna, so you know what, go with those two guys. They're gonna take you away from this movie so you can be safe and sound, continuing to be a pussy. And Finn is like, thank you, new Yoda, a female Yoda. Well, I shouldn't call her female Yoda because there technically already is a female Yoda in the prequels, but then again, most people watching this probably want to forget about the prequels, so never mind.